any AI company is supposed to have, because the liability should fall on them.
Yeah.
They have to be able to fact check and have safeguards so that you have to verify who you are if you're using it.
Yeah.
So whatever platform they're using for it, they had to have created it, or else that AI company's in big trouble. And I'm sure they could trace back because they had to have the integration with Slide VM to push.
I'd love if they could do some kind of tracing, because it's not like we can expect them to examine the content of every piece of AI that's being published. First of all, there's privacy concerns that feels kind of un-American anyway. But that's also a big burden on them. But if they can just trace suspicious behavior, like, hey, this AI is spamming, 1,000 people every 3 seconds with the same message, that's probably something to look into.
Yeah, but you can't build something off somebody's voice and likeness unless you have authorization to do so.
That's the other thing, is some kind of proof. But you know what? In addition to the voicemail, the scammers had taken logos from my company and put them on some legal work, and it looks legitimate. And they forged my signature, and they forged another attorney's signature who works at my firm, and they put both on there. So, and I don't know, when I appeared for the Dr. Phil show, what they had me do both times is you sign a release, and it's Dr. Phil. People lose their shit on Dr. Phil, so they've needed this. You sign the release, but they tape you signing it, and then you hold it up and you say, hey, I understand this release, which is really smart on their part. The problem is, even that wouldn't help you with AI if you have a good deep fake. And so how does, from every level, how does a small person who got scammed get protected? How does a big production like Dr. Phil ensure that their stuff is enforced? Like, at scale, this presents a massive problem.
Yeah.
I know you're in front of me right now.
Do you?
I hope.
What if I was a hologram?
What if I'm the only thing that exists and this is all a hallucination, Bob?
The Truman Show.
Yeah.
No, so like last year at Lauderdale Gras, we had a company called Proto, and they have these hologram boxes. So they have the ability, you can beam anybody up anywhere around the world.
That's incredible.
And just put them into, they look like there's 3D, it's interactive. And I've been to their studio up in Van Nuys. What we're working on doing now is imagine you could have Attorney Ryan in a hologram box. Imagine Attorney Ryan loaded up with your likeness, your voice, and everything, and just ask Attorney Ryan a question. They could just pop into your desk.
Just don't make it dance or anything like that.
You'd love to dance. Are you kidding me? That'd actually be part of the thing.
Just don't make it dance.
I could actually be the best dancer. But for the use case, it's good. Imagine loading it up with all the case law, learning every language, and putting in legal aid clinics to be able to help people at lightning speed, right? That's how you can use artificial intelligence and technology for good.
It would be. It would be.
But it's just not, it doesn't make people a lot of money, so why are they going to do it?
It again, with the Jurassic Park metaphor, I think the ethics of AI is a few years behind the abilities of AI. Like, we're developing the abilities before figuring out, oh my gosh, what should be the rules of these abilities.
This happened when we came out with the internet, right? Law was trying to catch up to regulate it, to write laws to protect it, and they still can't figure it out.
They still can't figure it out. Like one thing that I saw that's quite interesting is Gavin Newsom actually vetoed a bill that I thought he might support. It was that AI safety bill in California. At the same time, I don't know if it's been successful, but there's been a push by some of the women caucus in Congress to have AI protection, because, as you may be aware, AI is being used to create pornographic deepfakes of people without consent. So what I think is, there's an old saying that in the world of tech, porn leads the way. It could be that the protections around deepfakes for sexually explicit content set the standard for what the rules of consent and safety are going to look like. That's just my prediction.
I like that.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, it sounds like you got to do a lot of research to figure it out, though, Ryan.
Maybe someone else. I'm not going down that rabbit hole. It sounds like a weird rabbit hole.
We went down a WikiFeed rabbit hole yesterday, so why not?